This is not okay. I have trained too hard for events of this nature for someone to make light of it or my profession. This is most disgusting, and I'm glad I do not pay for the AJC anymore. Don't worry, I still take my oath seriously, and I will still risk my life to protect you and yours. AJC, shame on you for putting this in print. Well, evidently you don't take your grammar seriously. And as for you risking your life to protect me and mine, you're telling me that you'll risk your life to protect me like the cops in Uvalde, Parkland, and Columbine did? Have you ever rushed in a building with an active shooter in it? Or did you just radio for backup? Next time you get reports of shots fired, don't wait for backup. Don't wait for SWAT. Don't wait for negotiators. Just rush right in like you did in this incident with NBA YoungBoy. You're trying to convince the public or your friends and family members on Facebook that the welfare of the public is more important than your own. I don't believe that, because when you were told that a infant was locked inside the hotel room, your response was, I don't care. You were more concerned with the place smelling like weed than the welfare of a child. You were scared of a man in handcuffs who was cooperating with you. Now, while we're on the subject of her getting tough with a handcuffed man, notice in this image, she is aiming her taser at NBA YoungBoy's penis. The white supremacists have a history of being infatuated with the black male penis. Whenever you read a story about a lynching, you'll notice that there's always a mention of how the penis is missing or mutilated in some way. If you're familiar with the movie Mississippi Burning, where the three young people go down south to promote voting rights for black people, it was 2 Jews and 1 black guy. And the Klan, in conjunction with the sheriff's department, executed all 3 of them. But the only one who penis they messed with was the black guys. The 2 Jews, their penises were intact. The young black guy, Cheney, his penis was missing. So, I'm not surprised to see this filthy white supremacist, this filthy Herman Munster looking white supremacist is immediately aiming for a black male's junk in a situation that doesn't call for it. So let's get off Herman and her Down syndrome looking child for a second, and let's just focus on her politics. She has a beef, or at least had a beef, with former DA of Fulton County, Paul Howard. Paul Howard was throwing charges at Atlanta police officers left and right in 2020. The first set of cops he charged, I think he charged 6. He charged them for attacking a young college couple. This young college couple, Tanya Pilgrim and Messiah Young, they were driving home during the protests, and they were singled out by Atlanta police officers. They were tased, their windows were busted, they were beaten, they were just roughed up in general. And the charges that the cops put on them was being out past curfew. And the charges didn't really make any sense because there were a lot of people out past curfew who weren't arrested. Like the white woman who was in the car in front of them, who was actually waving at the camera when the cops descended upon them. The Atlanta cops, they didn't pay no attention to the white woman who was waving at the camera in front of Messiah and Tanya, or the white guy who was driving the car. They paid them no attention. They just singled out this one black couple. And she roots for that because that's the kind of behavior that, that's police work. That's real police work right there. That's justice. That's public safety. You know what I'm saying? And, she's also mad at Paul Howard for charging Garrett Rolfe, or whatever his name is, for shooting Rayshard Brooks in the back. And yes, Rayshard Brooks resisted. Yes, he was drunk. But guess what? Shooting somebody in the back is not self-defense. If you have to shoot somebody for tasing you, then we should have the right to shoot police officers for tasing us, because a taser is not a deadly weapon. You know what I'm saying? And if it is, then cops shouldn't be using it on non-violent people. You know, we should have the right to shoot police officers for using the taser on us if they can shoot us for using it on them. And matter of fact, the taser that Rayshard used was not even, it was the tasers were spent. They were of no use to anybody anymore. So he just shot him for no reason in the back. So this is the woman. This is how most police officers think. This is the morality of most police officers. They don't care about public safety. They only care about being able to abuse the public with impunity.